How's it going, guys? Pretty excited to bring you this video. I've been working over some ideas in my head on how to increase the versatility of my spoon mule that I got from Dawson Moore at MichiganSloyd.com. It's a great spoon mule, but it's got enough room to be able to do more with it. So if you wanted to maybe turn the seat around and do what I believe Dawson does, and also turn it into a shave horse. You could have a shave horse here. I think Dawson actually butts his up against the front here, moves the whole thing back. But it's the way it comes from Dawson. It's already set up for versatility, so I figured I would take advantage of that. And something I've been working on and actually losing sleep on is this set of jaws here. And basically how it works is it's two jaws that I want to hold a log so that I can turn these logs into shrink pots. And if you don't know what shrink pots are, here's one by Adam Kowalski, or Donk to Donk on Instagram. And it's basically a container with a base that is shrunken into place once you cut a groove and press it in there. And it has a large diameter hole in it. And you just store things in it. Like I have one from my good buddy Vince that has coffee in it, and I use it every single day, and I love items like this. And so the idea is that you put a log in here, and in order to be able to start boring a hole out in a log, you need an auger, like this one. I prefer to use hand tools over power tools, so I'm not going to be over here with a Craftsman or DeWalt drill, boring hole after hole after hole. I'm going to do it all just the way they did it back in the day, because that's how I prefer it. And so anyways, you would take this in the top of your log and start turning this and widen that hole out till the walls were thin enough to be able to start working your shrink pot. And so I worked up this idea based on a picture that I saw of Dave Fisher's. He's got a bull horse that has a bunch of holes in the side, and it adjusts the clamp on the front of his bull horse. And I thought to myself, why can't I do a smaller scale version of that? So keeping in mind that I will be covering both of these jaws in leather for better grip, how it works is that you basically pull this pin out, which is 1-inch oak dowel stock, and the crossbar in it is 1/2-inch oak dowel stock, and that's just to make it so that I don't push the pin all the way through when I put it in. And it does make it a little bit easier to pull out. It's a nice little handle, and they're screwed in the end. So that makes it so that these are fairly secure, and you can move this from spot to spot. If I can get this lined up right, there we go. To decrease the distance between the jaws. And ideally you would put something in here. Let's pretend this is a log, and find the appropriate hole, the one that gives a little bit of extra space. And you would take these, which I just knocked up today. These are just wooden wedges. Pop those wedges in there, grab a mallet, which would secure your log. And then ideally you would take your auger, turn your auger, bore that hole, and then work on it from there. So I worked up some ideas, some that I liked, some that I didn't, some that took more time than I wanted to take. And after seeing Dave Fisher's bull horse, I was pretty much sold on the idea of doing it this way. And the beauty of it is that this doesn't have to just be used for shrink pots. I can take these out, put them aside somewhere, and if I want my seat back, I can put my seat back right where it was, or I can leave my seat in the position that it was in and turn it around. And the way I like to sharpen my hook knives is actually on a vise, so I actually created this today, and this would go right in that slot. Take one of those pins, pop it in there, and when you go to sharpen a hook knife, I typically actually turn my vise to the side because it allows me better access. Just put your hook in there, turn your seat around, and start sharpening your hook this way. So versatility is obviously what I was going for here. I may end up coming up with more helpful accessories to mount on this. I'm not quite sure yet. I'm still tweaking, you know, what I've just done, kind of dialing it in and making sure it's good before I try to add anything else to it. But so far I'm loving it. I'm absolutely loving it. The length of these spoon mules, like I said, is it almost seems like it's made to be modified so that you can add things to the other end. And if you're not familiar with Dawson's work, Dawson's also from Michigan, just like myself, and he's from Harbor Springs, I believe, a couple hours away from me. And his website is www.michigansloyd.com. And Dawson sells not just spoon mule plans, but sometimes you can actually get lucky enough to get a whole spoon mule from him shipped, and that's what I did because I was short on time. And Dawson makes some great spoons. He's working on some steam bent spatulas and forks and stuff right now that look really, really promising. So head on over to his website and check out what he's got. And while I got you here, I figure I'll also show this little modification off. I get tired of having no place to put my draw knife when I'm working on the spoon mule. So I just made this quick and dirty little, yeah, I think I ripped it from a 2x4, and that'll hold my draw knife whenever I go to put it down. So keep that out of the way and keep me safe and keep my tools safe. So yeah, that's about it right now. Just a quick little look again at how it works. Just move your seat forward, pop that in there, pop the other one back here, and adjust as necessary. So hope you guys liked it. I've been pretty excited about this all day and all yesterday. I started working on it last night, and just finished up maybe about half an hour or so ago, and I've been waiting to show it off. So give me your comments, give me your thoughts, let me know what you think. Let me know if there's any other accessories you think that I could add onto this slot here, and yeah, thanks for watching.